Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Shonda Scott, your host, and the conversation today is about equity, which is an ever popular topic in our community as the population diversity shifts. Spotlight joins Director Shanti Gonzales at a parent-led equity conference to discuss how the district can keep schools integrated and equitable for all students.
Hi, I'm Shanti Gonzales. I represent District 6 on the OUSD School Board. Today we are doing a conference called Parents Organizing for Equity and Integration in Oakland Schools, and it's a parent-led conference. So parents are leading workshops and presentations on what they're doing in their schools to have better integrated schools within Oakland. Everyone wants the best for their student, but sometimes those choices have larger consequences that lead to other students not having access to our best school programs. And there is inequality between Oakland schools in terms of what the offerings the students have, how long the teachers have been teaching. All those kinds of things influence the quality of schools. And so this is about us being willing to have that hard conversation. And so that's why we're here. There's a lot of gentrification happening in Oakland. And so if we're not intentional about really, being willing to have open conversations about how our schools are serving students, and specifically, we have to figure out how to bring some of these new families into Oakland schools. I think that's an important question too. We have to make our schools good for all of our students, including the families that have been in Oakland for generations. And we have to figure out how do we attract new families as well, because if we don't, some of the financial problems that Oakland is having are partly because enrollment has been declining. And so we gotta figure out what are the programs that families who are new to Oakland want, and what are the families that have been in Oakland want, and how do we make that kind of program that families really want available to more families. I'm going to be working on a session called Charter Schools and School Choice, and how that has that's been part of driving segregation in Oakland. I think it's a topic we avoid a lot of the time because it is controversial and it can be unpleasant, but I think we should have that conversation. So our staff from the enrollment office today are collecting feedback from parents about some of the ideas that they have about how we could change our enrollment policy. So that's one of the things that we're exploring in terms of moving forward. So that's one of the things the board will be having conversations about this. And then, some of the organizing here today is to give parents tools to organize in their school communities. And so one of the workshops is about how parents have organized in the Melrose Leadership Academy School to keep the focus on diversity and inclusion. Helping parents to gain those tools to organize one another, I think, is one of the big outcomes that I'm hoping for today. We had parents sign an action card that asks if they want to join the Equity Allies group that will be continuing to have these conversations going forward. That's another main way that we're hoping to continue the work after today.